The entertainment world was shocked by the sudden news from one of the members of the phenomenal BTS group, Jungkook. The singer, songwriter, and global icon was reportedly rushed to an emergency operating room after suffering serious complications from a previous operation. Even more surprising, internal sources said that this condition was not just an ordinary complication, but involved something that threatened his life. What really happened to Jungkook? Initial reports indicate that Jungkook, who is currently serving his mandatory military service in the military kitchen, suddenly felt severe pain in his stomach a few days ago. According to an anonymous source from the military environment, the condition was initially considered a side effect of the first operation he underwent a few months ago. However, no one expected that the condition would worsen to the point of forcing him to be rushed to the operating room. The question is, how could the failed first operation lead to the spread of poison in Jungkook's body? Public speculation now points to the first operation Jungkook underwent a few months ago. Are there any medical procedures that are not performed correctly? According to reports, the operation was performed to treat a problem that was initially detected as a mild inflammation in one of its internal organs. However, recent news reveals that the operation may not have been entirely successful, causing unforeseen complications. Some health experts who were consulted said that worsening surgery scars could be a gateway for infection or even the spread of toxins into the body. But what exactly is the so-called poison spreading widely in Jungkook's body? Is it caused by a bacterial infection, or are there other more worrying factors? The doctor who treated Jungkook, who until now chose not to be named, has reportedly worked day and night to understand what went wrong. However, there is one big question that continues to haunt. Is this failure purely a medical error, or is there something bigger that is being hidden? Another thing that has sparked speculation is the fact that Jungkook is currently serving in the military kitchen. His role involved preparing food for his fellow soldiers, a task that seemed simple but turned out to be fraught with risk. Additional reports indicate that some foodstuffs used in military kitchens in recent times have been inspected for suspected contamination. Did the poison come from the food Jungkook prepared or consumed? If so, why is he the only one affected? This gave rise to another theory. It could be that there are genetic factors or certain body conditions that make it more susceptible to infections or poisoning. However, this theory also raises ethical questions. Have food safety standards in the military environment been neglected? If there is indeed a mistake in the kitchen, then this could be a major blow to South Korea's military institutions, which have been known to be very disciplined. The news of Jungkook entering the operating room not only surprised fans, but also attracted international media attention. Some even dare to call the possibility of a conspiracy behind all this. How could a global figure like Jungkook experience serious medical complications in a supposedly controlled environment like the military? Some observers suspect that there are psychological stress factors that may be the trigger. Military duty, while an obligation for all South Korean citizens, is often a major challenge for public figures like Jungkook. Did his mental state play a role in worsening his condition? This theory certainly invites a strong reaction from fans. Social media was filled with the hashtags #PrayForJungkook and #JusticeForJungkook, with ARMY calling for the truth to be revealed as soon as possible. Some even demanded an independent investigation of the environmental conditions of the military and medical facilities provided to conscripts. Meanwhile, the latest news states that a second operation has been carried out in an attempt to stop the spread of poison in Jungkook's body. However, doctors are facing major challenges due to the increasing urgency of the times. Did they manage to raise the source of the problem, or is it too late to save this talented singer? Even more surprising, a source in the mentioned that there is a possibility that the poison has spread to other vital organs, such as the liver and kidneys. If true, then the recovery process can take months or even longer. In the worst-case scenario, this could threaten Jungkook's future music career. Amid this uncertain situation, support for Jungkook poured in from around the world. Fans sent messages, prayers, and even flowers to various hospitals in Seoul, wishing her idol a speedy recovery. Many of them also expressed frustration towards the parties considered responsible for this condition. However, this support is also accompanied by great pressure on the part of the military and medical teams. How will they explain this incident to the public? Are they prepared to face possible lawsuits if procedural errors are found? Until this news was revealed, BTS's agency, Bighit Music, had not given an official statement regarding Jungkook's condition. So it is with the military, who seem to have chosen to remain silent. This silence actually triggers more questions than answers. What really happened in the operating room? Why was this complication not detected earlier? And most importantly, what is Jungkook's current condition? This news is a reminder of how fragile one's health can be, even for a figure as strong as Jungkook. Now, the world can only hope and wait for good news from the idol. However, until all these mysteries are revealed, one thing is certain. This case has left deep wounds for millions of his fans around the world. This situation continues to be a major public concern. Although Jungkook is still in intensive care, many have questioned how this incident will affect his future. Will Jungkook be able to make a full recovery? What about his duties as a soldier? And most emotionally, will this threaten his long career with BTS? Not only fans are wondering, but also medical experts are trying to figure out what really happened. In an exclusive interview with one of the renowned surgeons in South Korea, Dr. Kim Woo-jin, he mentioned that such cases are rare, but not impossible. If it is true that this is a complication of the first operation, then it is very important to find out if there was a failure in the sterilization procedure or postoperative wound treatment. Toxins that spread to the body are not only of infectious origin, but can also be triggered by an incorrect reaction of the body to certain ingredients, he explains. However, Dr. Kim also stressed that the psychological state of the patient could be one of the factors aggravating the situation. The enormous pressure that a public figure faces in living a life under the world's spotlight, coupled with the demands of the military, can weaken their immune system. This is something we have to consider, he added. According to reports, Jungkook's second operation took longer than expected. The doctors said they had to carry out several stages of the procedure at once, including cleaning the infected area and ensuring that the poison no longer spreads to other vital organs. However, an internal source who spoke anonymously said Jungkook's post-surgery condition was still very fragile. Even so, there is a bit of good news. The previously spreading poison is claimed to be stopped before it reaches the brain or central nervous system. If true, this gives hope that Jungkook has a great chance of recovering, although the journey to full recovery is likely to be very long and challenging. "We've done everything we can," the source said in a tired tone. "Now, all we can do is hope that his body is strong enough to fight and recover." On social media, support from the army continues to flow nonstop. Hashtags such as #StayStrongJungkook, #ArmyForJungkook, and #WeLoveYouJungkook have been trending topics globally over the past few days. Fans from various countries uploaded their prayers, messages, and memorable photos with Jungkook. However, there were also notes of anger that began to appear. Many fans questioned how an incident like this could happen in a military environment, which is supposed to have strict health protocols. Even some fans began to accuse that the military had been negligent in maintaining Jungkook's health. "What is the use of military duty if it endangers one's health?" wrote one fan on Twitter. "Jungkook is a national treasure of South Korea. Why isn't there special treatment to make sure he's safe?" While these comments reflect overwhelming emotion, it also shows how much influence Jungkook has as a public figure. For many, she is not only a singer, but also a symbol of hope, inspiration, and perseverance. Jungkook's case led to a much broader discussion at the national and international level. Many have begun to question whether there is a need to reform South Korea's military system, especially in terms of healthcare for conscripts who have public status. South Korea, which has a strict conscription system, has long been in the spotlight for how it treats celebrities serving in the military.